Tonight, a stunning development inside one of the world's most famous celebrity families. Brooklyn Beckham has finally broken his silence, and his allegations against parents David and Victoria Beckham are nothing short of explosive. In a series of emotional Instagram stories shared on January 19th, Brooklyn, now 26, accused his parents of attempting to bribe him into signing away the legal rights to his own name, just weeks before his 2022 wedding to Nicola Peltz Beckham. According to Brooklyn, the pressure began shortly before what should have been the happiest moment of his life. He claims that his parents repeatedly pushed him to sign a deal that would have transferred control of the Brooklyn Beckham name, a brand tied to his identity, career, and future, away from him. Brooklyn alleges that the agreement would have affected not only him, but also his wife and their future children. He says his parents were particularly insistent that the deal be signed before the wedding, because once the marriage took place, the financial terms would be activated. In his own words, Brooklyn claimed that his refusal to sign delayed a major payday. And that decision, he believes, permanently changed how his parents treated him. He wrote, "My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since." These claims mark one of the most serious and public accusations ever made within the Beckham family, a family long known for projecting unity, glamour, and control over their public image. But according to Brooklyn, the conflict goes far beyond business. He alleged that his parents have been trying, quote, endlessly to ruin his relationship with Nicola Peltz since before their wedding, and that the interference has continued ever since. Brooklyn says tensions reached a breaking point during the wedding celebrations themselves. In one of the most shocking allegations, he accused his mother, Victoria Beckham, of hijacking what was meant to be a romantic first dance between him and Nicola. Brooklyn claimed that Victoria danced very inappropriately with him in front of nearly 500 wedding guests, turning a private, emotional moment into what he describes as a deeply uncomfortable public scene. He also alleged that Victoria canceled plans to make Nicola's wedding dress, a claim that reignites long-standing reports that disagreements over the gown were one of the earliest signs of a growing rift. Last year, sources speaking to People magazine had already suggested that tensions over the wedding dress and an emotional first dance moment caused serious strain between Nicola and the Beckham family. Brooklyn's posts suggest the situation went even deeper. He claimed that the night before the wedding, members of his own family told him that Nicola was not blood and not family. Brooklyn described those comments as devastating, especially on the eve of his marriage. Beyond the wedding, Brooklyn accused his parents of controlling the narrative about the Beckham family for his entire life. He suggested that the image presented to the public through social media, interviews, and public appearances is carefully manufactured. He referred to what he called performative social media posts, staged family events, and inauthentic relationships, describing them as a permanent part of growing up inside what he openly labeled Brand Beckham. In another striking line, Brooklyn wrote, "My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first." Those words strike at the core of the Beckham empire. Built on David Beckham's legendary football career, Victoria Beckham's fashion brand, and decades of carefully managed global influence. Following the posts, People magazine reached out to representatives for David and Victoria Beckham for comment. As of now, no response has been given. Brooklyn's statements come after months of visible distance within the Beckham family. Fans have noticed the couple's absence from major family events, minimal interaction on social media, and reports that Brooklyn and Nicola were blocked by certain family members online. The most noticeable absence came in 2025, when Brooklyn and Nicola did not attend David Beckham's 50th birthday celebrations, fueling speculation that the family rift had deepened significantly. At the time, a source close to the family told People that the relationship was definitely not beyond repair. The insider claimed that David and Victoria love Brooklyn deeply, but were hurt and disappointed that he had stepped away from family life. Another source said earlier this month that David and Victoria had repeatedly asked Brooklyn and Nicola to meet privately in an effort to resolve the conflict. David loves his kids, the insider said, referring to Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and daughter Harper. They are his everything. However, Brooklyn's own words paint a very different picture. In his January 19 posts, he made it clear that reconciliation is not something he currently wants. He stated directly that he does not want to reconcile with his family, signaling a firm emotional boundary after years of tension. For now, Brooklyn appears focused on protecting his marriage and personal independence, even if that means distancing himself from one of the most famous family brands in the world. As this story continues to unfold, the Beckham family faces an unprecedented level of public scrutiny, and questions about whether this deeply personal conflict can ever be healed. We'll continue to follow this developing story and bring you updates as they emerge.